What's going on, everybody? My name is Khalil and welcome back to Iman Invest. Before I dive into today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that watched our last video. If you haven't yet, that's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and drop a link right here so you can go check that out. Again, it's just an introduction into the channel, talking about me, talking about the channel, all of that good stuff. Secondly, anything in this video or any future videos is not financial advice, guys. I legally can't tell you what to do with your money. You should always talk to a legal advisor in your area. Anything in these videos is for education and entertainment purposes only, so please be aware of that before buying these stocks. And for today's video, guys, the stock we're going to be talking about is Clne Energy Fuels, ticker symbol CLNE. I'm going to break the entire stock down for you guys. Clne Energy Fuels is a company that focuses on taking methane produced by landfills, dairy farms, pig farms, converts the energy into renewable natural gases. They bottle it up and they sell it to the trucking industry. And I know you guys are wondering, but EV is the future, Khalil. Why would I buy a gas stock? Yes, I do believe EV is the future, but in regards to the trucking industry, it's just not a feasible option at the moment. The batteries would take too long to charge. The batteries are going to be heavier, which is going to be more expensive, and there's no feasible option right now for charging for the trucking industry. I know Elon and Tesla are working on it, but still there's no solution for it. So we need a solution right now that's going to work for at least the next 5 years. And I believe Clne Energy Fuel stock is that solution. So guys, we're going to head on over to Clne Energy's website where they talk about their product and how it's going to save the world and all that good stuff, right? Right here, fueling a renewable future. Reduces carbon by up to 300% versus diesel and gasoline. Substantially less expensive than diesel and gasoline. It's made from organic waste sources like landfill and farms. This little image right here kind of talks about what I touched on earlier, how they capture and extract that methane gas. They purify it, it enters the fuel pipeline, and they disperse it to these fueling stations. Right away, guys, cleaner, cost-efficient, renewable. Those three things right there just sound like money to me. It's cleaner, it's gonna be cheaper for me, and it's renewable so I can keep making it. What company do you think is not going to transition to these sorts of things? And I don't know if you guys were aware, but California is trying to go zero emissions by 2045, stating that no more gas cars can be produced in the state by 2045. Clne Energy Fuels is trying to reach this by 2025. We're committed to making clean energy, renewable natural gas fully carbon-free by 2025, 20 years ahead of California's 2045 goal. By fueling with clean energy, you'll continue to further on your sustainability goals without changing a thing. And right here, the difference your fleet can make. Every 100,000 gallons of renewable natural gas eliminates 4,859 metric tons of greenhouse gases, or removes 1,025 cars off the road, recycles 1,742 tons of landfill waste, or planting 124,000 trees. Guys, right off the bat, this just sounds amazing to me. Guys, and the good news for Clne Energy Fuels doesn't just stop there. In April, they inked a deal with Amazon, and while the details of the deal aren't known, we do know a few things. One thing is there may be a share dilution, which worries investors, but this only kicks in when Amazon purchases a certain amount of fuel from Clne Energy, which brings in more money. So that's like a pass-through cost. But what we do know is Clne Energy Fuels is going to be providing Amazon with 46 clean energy stations, including 19 new ones near Amazon warehouses. You're telling me that one of the most successful companies in America's history, who just had a record-breaking earnings, is looking to lower their cost even more? But the deals just don't stop there. Clne Energy Fuels also has deals with Total, BP, Chevron, UPS, and LA's mass transit. But one of the biggest deals of them all may be Biden's $2 trillion energy and infrastructure plan, which offers new tax incentives to companies which are targeting these areas. Guys, Clne Energy Fuels looks like it's going to be one of the biggest winners from this infrastructure plan, amongst other deals that they have already inked. And now we're going to take a look at Clne Energy chart, and let me show you guys what I'm seeing. So if we're seeing right here, back in December, the price was around $5, where I originally bought into Clne Energy Fuel. We rode this all the way up to $15, where I was like, you know what, this ran a little too hard, let me take profit. That's a 3x on my money. We ultimately got to a high at around 20 bucks, and from there it's been a downtrend. But you see this falling wedge pattern that's just been broken, and we just broke out of this falling wedge pattern. If we head over to the weekly chart, we see the same wedge pattern, but look down here, guys. That RSI is turning up, that MACD is getting ready to do that golden cross. Guys, everything bullish is pointing towards Clne Energy Fuels rocketing. But one huge thing to note is there are over 29,000 open contracts on the $13 calls on June 18th, which could kick off a gamma squeeze. And if you're not sure what a gamma squeeze is, let me break that down for you. Now, to not overcomplicate things, I found a great definition on what a gamma squeeze is and how it can be beneficial to investors. A gamma squeeze is when an investor buys a stock option. There's a good or better chance that a market maker sold that option. And a market maker is basically what it sounds like, a person that makes markets. A market maker does what their name says. They sell these options to people who want to buy them and buy options from people who want to sell them. Now, if a stock like Clean Energy has a lot of buying power at a certain price, more than likely a market maker sold all those options. So in this case, the market maker sold all of those $13 call options for June 18th. Now, what happens if the price gets over that $13 mark before June 18th? Market makers have to cover their position or they can have huge losses. So they're going to buy back the shares to kind of hedge their position, which could explode the price. 29,000 open interest on that contract is roughly 2.9 million shares at the current time of this video. On Monday, it could be higher, it could be lower, we'll have to wait. But at the time of this, 29,000 open interests are on that contract. If Clean Energy gets anywhere near or over that $13 price, we could see a gamma squeeze kick in where market makers are trying to hedge their position, they're buying shares, volumes exploding, and Clean Energy price is rocketing. So what am I gonna be doing here? First off, I like the stock, so I think it's a good buy and hold. I think from these price targets, we can at least see $15 to $16 again, which is a good return on your investment. In regards to the gamma squeeze, I would wait until we get to that $13 price and see how things are acting there. If volume explodes, guys, we could see a nice run, and I would look at some options a few months out or some weekly contracts or maybe just some shares if you want to be safer. Again, none of this is financial advice. Manage your own risk. My risk may be different than that of yours, and I legally can't tell you what to do, but these are things that I'm going to do. If you guys want more live and up-to-date information, please make sure to join the Discord, which I'll link down below, and follow me on Twitter. At those two platforms, you'll be able to see what I'm doing live, what I'm thinking is happening, what I'm seeing, and where I'm putting my money. But with that, guys, drop a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for tuning in to Iman Invest, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.